Yo, what's up, guys? Hey, man, welcome back to the channel, man. I know what time it is. One motivates, and how I drop videos. But I try to be more consistent, man. But I get busy, man. You know what I'm saying? I get busy. So to my day one subscribers, thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for always watching. And for my new subscribers, thank you for even clicking on my video. You know, to me that means a lot. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you taking your time to watch what I have to say. And I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you, especially if you're trying to choose the correct medical field or the correct medical career. I'm here to help you, you know, because I don't want you to make a bad mistake and be like, man, I didn't know that, you know, nursing was like this. I didn't know that x-ray was like this. I didn't know what that PTA was like this. Like, I want you guys to have like a well-rounded knowledge. So whenever you do make a decision, it's a decision that you're like, you know what, I did enough research. One motivates help me, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna make the proper choice for me at the moment. You know, things change, you grow, your mind goes, and you know, you might want to explore something different. But for the moment, you know, I'm trying to help you make the best decision for you. Again, to my day ones or anybody that watches, I really appreciate you taking your time and watching the video. I know I know it's hard to sit here and listen to somebody speak and be like, man, just shut up, man, just get to the get to the part, right? And I understand, I'm the same way, man. We live in a society of, oh, let's get to the point, get to the point, which is understandable. But then that's when people make mistakes, and that's when people like don't really do research, you know, and then they end up going for x-ray because they feel like all we do is press a button, you know, and they don't really see the backstory that we have to deal with on a daily basis. And I'm not here to push you to be an x-ray tech or to push you to be a nurse or to push you to be a PTA. I'm just here simply to help you make a good choice. That's it. At the end of the day, you can't say, oh man, nobody was there to help me, or I didn't have enough information. No, you do. You just got to research. That's it. Anyway, so today, man, I want to make a video about, somebody asked me, hey, you know, hey Juan, you know, how, you know, I'm gonna graduate soon, but how do I know if I want to do CT? How do I know if I want to do MRI? Or either or, you know, what's the salary? What's the, you know, job stability, things of that nature. So I'm gonna try my best to, you know, give you a rundown on what I know about it. And we'll see. And in the end of the day, you're gonna make your own choice, and you're gonna make the best decision for you. And it's okay to have both. In the end of the day, what if you just go for both? It don't matter. It's not gonna hurt you to have, you know, CT and MRI registry. You know, you can have both and be diverse, which is nice. You know, and then there's no worry about being, you know, job security, right? Because you're like, oh, well, I can go for this, I can go for that. It don't matter. But you do want to make the right decision, which you want to go to first, because if you go to one first, you like, it might discourage you from going to the other one. If you go to the other one first, it might discourage you to go to the other one, or, you know, vice versa, right? So anyway, so for CT and MRI, the job stability it's good. I mean, right now we live in an era that everything is short. It doesn't matter what you do. When I mean short, not short stature, short as short staffed. It's just so hard to find techs because of the fact that there's options out there now, you know? So back then when I got done like 13, 20 years ago, when I got done with school, I had to honestly beg for a job. I was begging for at my local hospital, like, please, you know, hire me. I need a job, please, you know, whatever. And not because I was a bad student, just because there wasn't jobs out there to give. You know, because most of the people, what they did is that they lived that traditional, oh, you got to work for a company for 30 years and retire with pride and all that, right? Which is nothing wrong with that, but at the end of the day, you know, I love the mindset of the new generation now, because they are open-minded. They're not scared to try different things. They're not scared to be like, you know what, if it's not working out for me right here, why am I gonna put up with it when I can go work somewhere else and be happy? You know, and each place you work will have its time limit. You know, it'll have the burnout. Be like, okay, I've been working here for 3 or 4 years. I need to change because, you know, it's not working out. And it's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to go out there and explore. And that's the thing about it. So the stability thing is always going to be there, because always people switching and moving around. So you will always have a job. Let's put it that way, especially now. Job security and security, same thing. Stability, job security, same exact thing. Like I said, you know, you'll always have it. It's always going to be there. You know, I'll leave some statistics up here so I can see how short-staffed we are. Work-life balance. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one for the last. I'm gonna leave work-life balance for last. Okay. Benefits. I mean, when you work for a hospital, it's always better to work for a hospital because if you're in it for the benefits, because a hospital will give you the top 90% of the time, 95% of the time will give you the top tier benefits as far as family medicine, family insurance, health insurance. I'll give you the best 401k match. I'll give you the best time off, the best short-term disability. So it has a lot. It has a lot of perks when you work for a hospital. Sometimes when you work for outpatient centers, they're not as established and they don't get that revenue back like a hospital does. So it's kind of hard for them to offer their employees like really good benefits. So, you know, that's the thing you have to deal with, I guess you can say. Salary. I'm gonna leave for salary for last. I was gonna say, you know, the work-life balance, but salary I'm gonna leave for last because I'm gonna give you the salary as a regular tech and salary as a travel tech. And that's pretty cool. And that's interesting because everybody's in it for the money, right? You're going to go to school because you want to better yourself. You want to better your life. You want a nicer house, a nicer car. Not the material things are everything, but it does help, man. You know, you want to have a nice car. You want to be able to, even if you don't have a nicer car, you want to be able to drive to a nice house, a nice apartment, whatever your goals are. And it's okay to have things, and it's okay to better yourself for money. That's what we work. You know, we want to enjoy life more, right? So work-life balance. So this is the thing. So work-life balance is different for CT and MRI. And I'm gonna explain to you from the hospital that I work at of the difference, okay? So for CT, usually they work 3 12-hour shifts. And it could be whatever, you know, hospitals open 24/7, 7 days a week, right? So either you can work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you can work different shifts just like X-ray. You can work 7 to 3:30, 3 to 2:30 to 11, 11 to 7, or I know that's 8 hours, but you can do that, or you can do 3/12s, and then there's weekends. At our particular hospital I work at, we have 2/16s you can work. You can work Saturday and Sunday, 2/16s, and you're off Monday through Friday. Like, that's pretty cool too, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you sacrifice your weekends, but then you have 5 days straight off. Like, that's pretty cool, you know? So just options. And MRI is a little different because MRI techs are not, like for instance, CT techs, just an example, they might be like 12, 15 techs. And then for MRI, they might be like 5. You know, because it's such a specialty that it's hard to get registered in. It's not one of those things that, and all the registries are hard. No downgrading any registry. I'm just saying that MRI techs are kind of hard to find in a way. So usually the department don't really have many. So between the 3 or 4 or 5 that they have to rotate call. They have to be on call. So that can take a toll on you, you know, because, you know, the last thing you want to do is have a hard day at work and then go home and be on call. Like, that's tough, you know. So, you know, if you need it, it's good to have a hospital experience because that means that you can become a travel tech in the future if you choose that, you know. So you have to have that that knowledge. You know, you can't learn everything at an outpatient center. So that's my thing that I wanted to get into. So when you work for a hospital, your work-life balance is a little off, you know. Now there's imaging centers out there. There's a lot of imaging centers you could work for, and 99% of imaging centers are Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, and that's it. 90% of the time they have weekends off, and if you do work weekends, it's like usually shorter hours, so like 8 to 2 or 8 to noon, some of that nature, and usually you're always off on Sunday. So that's the beauty of, you know, an outpatient center, is that the work-life balance is beautiful. You have your cake and eat it too. You know, if your son or your daughter's in sports, you can get home at a good time at 4:30, you know, get ready to go to the game and you don't miss anything, you know, and that's the beauty about outpatient centers. Now, outpatient centers don't pay as much, and they don't pay as well because of the fact that they can offer overtime. They can't offer, you know, most of the time it's hard to get a raise. But you still live okay, you know. It's not always about how much you make, it's how you spend your money, you know. So I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just saying, you know, it doesn't matter how much money you make. It's more like where you spend your money at, and, you know, whatever the case may be. Because the more money you make, the more you're going to spend. That's it. Bottom line. If you make, you know, whatever, you're going to spend that much. You're like, oh, I'm used to that money. But then when you want to go down to 3 days and you want to quit that extra job, you're like, man, I'm used to making this kind of money, right? So it's just money management. But work-life balance, hospital, not so much. Outpatient center, CT MRI, way better. And the cool thing about outpatient centers is that they actually cross-train you. So basically, if you go in as a regular general X-ray tech at an outpatient center, and you're like, you know what, I want to try CT, I want to try MRI. 99% of the time, they're going to cross-train you, and you can get certified in both because they need you. And that's kind of cool. So there's nothing wrong with that. Now the salary part, right? So, and this is just based on Florida because I live in Florida, so it's just based off the Florida salary. So a CT tech starts off at like 64K a year. And again, that's working usually 312s. Then you have MRI, and MRI tech starts at 68K a year. Again, usually 312s, maybe a little different, but usually 312-hour shifts. A travel tech in Florida, they make up to $1,900 a week. Yeah, a week. So that's pretty nice money. And an MRI tech makes up to $2,400 a week as a travel tech in Florida. Now, I've seen, because I always get like emails and texts and stuff about job opportunities. I don't even travel. I just get texts because I just get texts on my phone because they need texts worldwide, nationwide, right? So I think Portland at one point was paying $8,000 a week for an MRI tech. Yeah, I wish I would have kept that. Just to kind of show you guys, but they were paying like $8,000 a week to be MRI tech. That's crazy money, man. It's $8K, man. But me, I can't travel, man. I have a family, so I really don't think that will be my go-to. But for you young kids, or if you're, not to wish anything bad upon anyone, but if you're divorced, or you don't have really like any kids at home, and you want to travel, hey man, travel, man. Go see the USA for free, and it's kind of cool, So I know this is a lot of information. I hope that this helps some of you guys out there. Hope y'all stay to the end. I mean, it really helps the channel, so I really appreciate it. All right, guys, as always, man, thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. Yeah, right now I'll be back.